back to our channel. Today we're going to Washington DC and visiting relatives in Virginia. We are in the main part of Washington DC now, and you can see the White House in the distance. Washington DC is one of America's oldest cities, making it a mix of old and new as new features are implemented. This is the White House close up. We even took a photo here. A tip for parking is that when you're going into walk-only areas and you need to park your car, they have 2-hour parking, or on Sundays the parking fees are free. In the distance, you can see the Washington Monument. Now we're going to the Eden Center, which is a mostly Asian community. We came to eat at a place called Viet Foods and ate many Vietnamese foods. This is the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception. This is the side of the church, and this is also where parking can be found. As you can see, this place is massive, and at the current time there is a Hispanic mass going on. This is the view from the front of the church. We are now at the front of this massive church. This is the gift shop found downstairs where you can find many religious items. These are statues of Mary and also other religious artifacts from around the world. This area, I think, is a break area where you can eat food and also hang out. There was this statue of sorts right next to the staircase that led upstairs. We found another place of prayer on the first floor here. And I think this is a memorial towards a saint on the first floor. Back upstairs, we decided to explore this floor a bit more. This is the mass that is currently going on. It's for Hispanic people. This is the main part of the church and where masses take place at. We found this little side room with Mary and Jesus in it. We found this fountain in another room. This building here is a museum for Native American artifacts and history. This place is free, but there's a little security check that you have to go through before you can enter. Going inside, we saw many artifacts from long ago. Even things from the 1900s, the 1800s, and also recreations of very old items that couldn't be recovered. This is a stage for Native American dancing and singing, and as you can see, there are many chairs for the audience to sit on. This is the roof of the museum, an interesting shape. I believe this is a recreation of a kayak or canoe made by Native Americans. They even had a totem pole. We went to the second floor where the gift shop was located. As you can see, there are many Native American and Native American inspired items on these shelves. Also located on the second floor was a gallery of photos about Native Americans. Also located on the second floor was a collection of various artifacts from long ago, either recreations or real. There was also this game show quiz game that we found, but we didn't really know much about it. Now that we're on the third floor, they have a lot more artifacts up here than the lower floors. There were rooms here that had exhibits inside about Native American history, famous battles, and also famous Native American people. These places tell us much about history and even some Native American inspired names for vehicles. This is an exhibit for traditional Native American clothing. This picture is a copy of a famous scene where a Native American saved a European explorer. We found this cool picture that can change to other pictures and to change into different scenes. We also found a statue of Native Americans and colonists. Here's the outside of the museum close up. Now we're visiting the Virginia Air and Space Science Center. This place has many interesting aspects of aerial and space history, including the lunar landings, the Apollo missions, and many more. As you can also see, they have many planes from decades past or even from now. They also even have modules from some of the Apollo missions. I should also mention that there is a parking building for free just across the street. They have lots of models of different planes and ships, as well as submarines. Hanging from the ceiling are some much bigger models of aviation vehicles, which might be life-size, but it's hard to tell from down here. There's over 9 aviation vehicles in this building alone. Most of these planes are pretty modern, including drones and even a Huey helicopter from the Vietnam War. Some of them are NASA and some of them are from the USAF, which stands for U.S. Air Force. See that green plane right there with all the missiles and weapons? It has a cool pattern at the nose tip with like teeth and a mouth. This was an intimidation tactic used on old planes. As I've mentioned before, I said they had some modules from the Apollo missions. Here's one of those modules. Looking at it, I can tell that this is not a model. This is the real thing from the Apollo 12 missions. There's plenty of history that can be found within this place, and even games to play as well. Space exploration, colonization, planetary colonization, everything you can just think of. This here is a thruster for a rocket. This here is the bottom of the thruster. I'm pretty sure that this plane is what NASA used to carry their space shuttles into their Kennedy Space Center and also the other ones. This is a Huey helicopter, which most of you know participated in the Vietnam War. This is a small-scale model of a rocket that was sent into space. They had a small model of this plane, which was almost life-size, but still smaller than the real thing. However, we could still fit in and also go inside it. It was really cool. We explored it and even pretended to be flying on a vacation to Vietnam. Me and my sister pretended to be pilots for this airliner. We pretended to drive the plane. It was pretty cool. They had all the controls and everything, but some of the controls were covered in plastic.
I'm trying to be a good co-pilot. It's so much fun!
This is the sonic boom room. This is where you can hear the jet sounds of many different jets, including US Air Force jets. You're going to hear the sound soon. If you're wearing headphones, you might want to take them off. This is an astronaut suit. Now we're on the elevator, going back downstairs. Oh look, it's a thruster. It's an engine. There's some stuff I didn't see down here. Open. I said open. Open. Come here. This is a B-24 Liberator, which I believe participated in World War II. As you can see here, they even have activities for kids, a massive playground with many activities. Here, Natania found a little plane which she played with. You can pedal it like a bike, but it only turns. You can never go straight.
My brother is trying to help me. My brother was so tired. Now I try to do it myself. I try to catch the fish. My brother and I climbing on this thing. Look like potato chip.
I managed to get to the top.
I found this. The toddler town. It's very cool. I'm stepping on this thing. Look like a rock. And now I'm sliding.
We went back on the elevator to go to the third floor. There wasn't much up here, but you had a better view of all the planes and models, and also a sky view. They also apparently had a sky gazing deck up here, but it was currently closed. We came back downstairs and found this on the second floor. Here they have various models of rockets. As you can see, we're going to the Space Explorer Gallery. This is where they have activities for older kids, such as games for like Mars colonization, lunar missions, and many more. This here apparently is going to be a lunar house for living on the moon. They have an area here for looking at the various planets and dwarf planets of the solar system and other parts of the solar system. Here you can see some of the Mars robots that were sent to Mars, like Perseverance and Curiosity. I think this might be a model of opportunity. Here are some various models of rockets that have been sent to space. They had this room where they had a massive TV screen where you can see the surface of the sun. We're going through this underwater tunnel to go to Virginia Beach, where we're going to go to Hunt Club Farm. This is a very long tunnel. It's going to take about 4 minutes, so buckle up and enjoy the ride. We've arrived at Hunt Club Farm in Virginia Beach. This place has bird feeding, animal petting, and you can also feed many other various animals. They also have pony riding, which was pretty cool. My sister went first on the pony ride. She went with the smaller one, which was a male.
I came on the pony ride and I made a cool thing. I came on the pony. It was a little bit dizzy, but I still love it. This pony is super cute and adorable. I really love it. This lady told me to get on the stairs for the pony ride. It's so fun. I'm so happy. The pony ride me around. I really love it. It's super cute. I wish I can come back. My ride is done.
And then I went second. This is a female pony. It's the larger one. Getting on the saddle was pretty easy since I had ridden a horse before. It was pretty shaky and bumpy since this was a pony and it's been a while since I've ridden any animals. It was pretty nice riding the pony, a nice change from cars and other electric vehicles. Also, something you should know is that when buying tickets to go here, you have to buy tickets for everyone, and then you have to buy pony tickets separate. They will also not let you in if you only buy a pony ticket. You're going to need a regular admission ticket and a pony ticket. But seeing how hot it was, we didn't try to pet the animals and do the other activities. Natania also went to the gift shop and bought a cowgirl hat. It was pretty cool. It even had little lights. Now we're in Norfolk Premium Outlets, where we went to VR64, also known as New World VR. VR64 is inside the mall, meaning that you're going to have to walk through the outdoor mall to get to it. Natania tried this flight simulator.
Hey guys, I feel so happy when I play this game. It's so fun, I love it. I think it's amazing. But I wish I can go to a real plane, guys. I love it so much. Thanks just for this lady. I love this so much. This lady gave me a special idea to play on this game.
Then she tried a race car simulator, and her dad had to press the pedals for her since her feet were so short. Here's a view of what she was actually seeing. I was playing some Roblox on the PC that they had. They only have one. They also have many non-electric games and a play area for little children. They also had many game stations here, like a PlayStation and an Xbox, and several others. Here was the play area for little children. Natania played in here since she was too young to play with the VR stuff. I myself played the VR, and I'm playing a game called Super Hot. It was super fun, but they have loads more VR games so that you can explore. Now you can just enjoy me playing it for the next few minutes. Natania decided to play a Hello Kitty game on Roblox too. Also located in Norfolk is the Nauticus Museum, where they have an entire battleship that you can see and view. Tickets to go on the battleship are not free, but visiting the museum itself is free. It's also built on water. I should also mention that there's free parking nearby. Since this place is on the water, it also has a massive deck. There are many benches and also this cool boat. Going inside, we also found these bubbles. And this is the first floor. There's not much to see here, but there is a gift shop and a restaurant. This escalator leads to the third floor and not the second floor, which means if you want to see the second floor, you have to take the stairs. When we came in, it looked really cool. And we could also see other buildings built on the water from the window and also many ships. The exhibits here are mostly about testing and also learning. This is a view of the outside. You can see the battleship in it too, parts of it at least. This here is a strength test. It's usually for testing sailors, their strength. So this is kind of like when you're trying to pull a sail. These were some real sails with various levels of pulling difficulty that taught you about pulleys and a little bit about physics. Natania also tried pulling the sails and also noticed the varying difficulties. I decided to try the more extreme version where there was actual wind behind you and the boat could actually move. This made it a lot harder to control. Here you can see me attempting to try to control the wind and the sails. It was a lot harder than it looks. Trying to control the sails is like trying to lift something extremely heavy. Meaning, like, imagine a couple weights inside a sack and you're carrying it. This test is for testing which shape moves best through the water. For example, the one with the pointiest shape will move through the water the best. This here was for making chains and finding a way for you to spin the fans. Finding a way to spin the fans is pretty easy if you know the basics. All you need to do is attach one of the tiny ones to a larger one, and then you can attach that larger one to one of the fans and boom, you get a very fast one. You can watch me assemble one if you want to know how to do it yourself. I added an extra unnecessary gear that isn't needed, but you can add it if you want as well. But this is what it should look like when it's done. Here they have a ship simulator where you are an operator that has to direct ships. I did this cargo ship where you have to direct it into a coal plant. Just see the process. It's pretty fascinating. This area was for learning maritime trading and the amount of stock and resources that were shipped. These are many samples of tethers used to pull ships and also pull other things. I tried pulling one. It was extremely heavy. Probably was made of metal or something. I looked at the maritime area again. They even had things for smelling, but I recommend you don't smell the tire. They had an area here where you could build stuff, but it's not open all the time. We also had a better view of the battleship. This battleship fought in the Korean Wars and also in World War II. So here was the crafts area. It was a bit like Lego, but not quite. But it was pretty cool though. You could build whatever you want, and they even had a model of something someone else has built already. This here is a game show area. It's pretty cool. It's mainly A, B, C, D questions or true or false. This is a map for tracking all the boats in the world, but I'm not sure if it can actually do that. We finally found the playground that's inside. It's pretty cool and you don't have to be scared. The rope's gonna hold. You should know that behind the green cylinders, there's a staircase that leads to a massive slide. But climbing it the normal way and then also going through to the ship will also lead to the slide. We started going onto the rope bridge to get to the ship, and Natania was especially scared. She didn't even want to step on it. We explored the ship. There's not much inside, just a steering wheel, but also a door to the slide. Here we go, going down. Natania finally gathered the courage to go onto the rope bridge. Since we were on the second floor now, there's a history exhibit and also another exhibit. This exhibit has a lot of activities and even a movie theater fit for many people. There's also this terraforming area where everyone crowded and gathered. It was pretty cool. We went into the movie theater and it was mostly about sea life and also more information about other sea creatures. Now we're in the history part where it talks about naval warfare. Currently this is the area where you can visit the battleship. Look at this massive anchor. It must be from some old ship. And anyways, we're gonna go to the Naval Museum now. The Naval Museum highlights history and the evolution of ships and other naval vessels. It also talks about wars where naval ships fought and other wars where the Wisconsin, which you can see outside of the Naval Museum. There's this area where they had old telephones and then they told you about the Civil War. Here's an exhibit about a special naval vessel during the Civil War on the Confederate side. There's plenty of history about the Civil War here, but you can see an ironclad as well. They also had things about the Vietnamese War here, and this is a Vietnamese wedding dress. Here you can see military uniforms worn during the Vietnam War, and also other things such as models. Most of these things I don't know the names of, but I'll tell you what I do know. Here's a South Vietnamese flag. A prison cell with a model of a famous person inside. Here's a model of the USS Newport News. This is the end of our trip. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Please like and subscribe and be sure to click the bell notification.